guys, Happy New Year. New Year's is right around the corner, and I do this every year where I talk about my New Year's resolutions, and I love having lists and goals and resolutions and all of that. I really do like having a fresh start. And I love that we kind of do it as a culture, like the new year is a fresh start, and I absolutely love that. So what I do is every year I sit down and I write down the goals that I want to do for that year. And so anyway, I'm gonna share them with you guys. And what I do is I'll type it all out, and then I will laminate it and I will put it up on my mirror in my bathroom, so that when I'm brushing my teeth, I can think about those goals that I want to do that year. I have spiritual goals, I have physical goals, I have mental, budgeting, money goals, all of those. So I'm gonna share them with you guys. I'm hoping that 2021 is a much better year. Like last year was a crazy year, and with COVID and all of that, it was just, and I was pregnant, which was an awesome thing. But I'm ready to get into the groove of life again because I had my baby, at the beginning of November, and with Christmas and eating all those cookies and all of that, I just feel like I'm ready for a fresh start, and I really am excited for 2021, and I hope and pray that it's a great year. So anyway, I'm gonna get into my list and what I do. I'm hoping that this just kind of motivates you. If you are new here, please subscribe down below. And I'm over at Parler. I have a Facebook page, Instagram, so definitely check out all my social medias. They're all listed down below. But let's get into this. So I'm gonna get into my spiritual goals first. So I did a video about the first Saturdays, which is a very important devotion to do, really awesome devotion to do. And it's pretty much where Our Lady talks about doing the first 5 Saturdays in a row, praying the rosary, receiving the Eucharist, going to confession, and meditating on the rosary for 15 minutes. And pretty much she promises that she'll be with you at the hour of your death. So she will fight for you to get to heaven. So I've done 3 already in a row. My goal, actually, we do it as a family. My goal is to do it until the day I die. So that's my goal. You only have to do 5, but that's my goal. Is every first Saturday I want to give it to God and to be present and to do that. I have a whole video on that, so I will link that up above. I want to pray a rosary, at least 1 rosary a day. I'd like to try to start to do 2. I did a 54-day rosary novena for the election, and that was good. So I did 2 rosaries a day, and that was pretty intense with the lifestyle that I have going on with I had 4 kids at the time, now I have 5. But I definitely felt like there was a lot more grace, and so my goal is to do hopefully 2 rosaries a day, at least 1, because every once in a while I won't do a rosary, and I can tell those days big time, like the days I do a rosary and the days I don't. So the best thing for me is to start off my day. I usually watch the news for like 20 minutes, and then I will go and pray my rosary. And I like watching the news first because then I know what to pray for, because I kind of know what's going on in the world, and it's kind of some scary stuff, and there's nothing you can do except pray, and Mother Mary is the perfect one to help you with that. So pray at least 1 rosary a day, but hopefully 2. That's my goal. I also want to read a chapter a day, at least a chapter a day of the Bible, because the Bible is so important. That is a love letter from God to us. And I did pretty good this last year. My goal last year was to do 2 chapters a day. I want to go to 1 chapter a day because I feel like that is much more realistic. A couple years ago, I really wanted to read the whole Bible in 1 year. And once I got started, I realized how unrealistic that was, and I just got overwhelmed and I stopped. So this last year, I said 2 chapters a day, and I didn't quite make that. I did about a chapter a day, and so I realized a chapter a day is kind of my good point, like where I can be at this stage in my life. every stage, I feel like I can do more or less, you know, so it's just the stage I'm at right now. And ultimately, I just want to grow closer to God and Jesus and hear his voice, you know, like through the Bible, and just kind of know the Bible more, to be honest. You know, I feel like I do know it, but you can always know it better. Like, especially the Old Testament. I haven't even got into the Old Testament yet. And so my husband does it as well, where he reads, I think he reads a couple chapters. He's way ahead of me. But he just, like, the things he tells me about the old testimony, I'm like, holy cow, that's crazy, you know, and stuff. And I have read quite a bit of the Old Testament, and it is, talk about a soap opera. Like, it is crazy, the Old Testament. If you're ever looking for some juicy stories, I tell you, just look no farther than the Old Testament. So anyway, that's my goal, is to just keep reading the Bible, and not to go crazy, but to really meditate and get closer to God through it. The next thing I want to work on is my body. I just want to get healthier. I feel like this pregnancy just kind of was really hard for me. I had gestational diabetes for 2 of my trimesters, and I just feel like I ate things that were carb. Like, I had to really count carbs, but not necessarily what was the healthiest. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really want to eat a lot more like greens, like have salads, green smoothies, because that's when I feel like my body is the best. Not when I'm like counting calories or carbs or anything like that, but just eating like whole foods, you know, that are fruits, vegetables, you know, lean proteins, all of that. So I just want to get back on track as far as eating healthy. I am addicted to chocolate. So I don't know if I can break that habit, that addiction. And I found some really healthy chocolate things, because I know chocolate's not bad. Like, there are antioxidants and good stuff in it, but it's the sugar that they put in it. So if I can find that balance, you know, of having like healthy chocolate with not too much sugar, that's my goal this year, is to like find that balance. I also want to work out at least 20 minutes 5 times a week. So my husband and I were very romantic. So for our anniversary this year, we got a rowing machine. With my request, I asked for it. I was like, how about for Christmas and our anniversary, we get a rowing machine? And my husband's like, yeah, let's do it, you know. So he has a little gym like in our garage. He has a bike and stuff. So I really want to start running more, have, you know, work out on the rowing machine at least 20 minutes. Like, for me, that's a lot. For some people, like my husband, that's like, you know, really, really short. So it's funny, but I just noticed I did a 10K, and that's one of my goals, is to do a 10K. I just felt so healthy. I'm sorry, I did a half marathon. This was like 6 years ago, and I just felt so healthy, and just like my body was in the best shape it ever was. And so I just kind of want to like feel good again, because I just feel like, you know, sitting around and nursing and being with the kids and stuff, I really just want to feel healthy again and stuff. So anyway, so those are my goals as far as like, and like I said, do a 10K run, because what I did when I did the half marathon, I asked somebody, what's the secret to doing like a half marathon? And she said, the secret is to sign up and then deal with the consequences. And so I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. And so I like signed up, and sure enough, I was, you know, because it's a little bit expensive. I want to say it was like $100 or something. And so you bet that motivated me, you know, and I was like, so I would train for it, you know. I was very slow. I still am. Like, I want to say my running, like a mile was 10 minutes, maybe even longer. I'm very slow, but I'm like, but I felt healthy, you know. So that's my goal, is to sign up and actually do a 10K. I also want to start reading again. I feel like I have not read very much the last couple of years. This one might be actually kind of hard because of the lifestyle. I'm still like e-learning with the kids. I'm still in the thick of it. And I always like, I don't know. I always like, I'm like, oh, maybe in 5 years I'll get to read again. I used to read so many books, and just like my mind was so sharp, and now I just feel like I don't have it the way I used to. So I'm like, I'd really like to read again. The hard part is finding the time, but also I would say like, oh, I could read at night. That's the time where all the kids are asleep and stuff. But I get so tired at night when I read, so I can't do it then. So we'll see if that, I think I'm gonna pick maybe a couple books and try to just, even if it's like a couple pages. I really wanna read The Diary of St. Faustina. That is like a lifelong goal. I started last year and it was so good. It was very interesting, very interesting. So maybe that's my goal, is to read that whole book this year. And I'll just do a page or two, otherwise I get overwhelmed. And like, if I do more than a page or two, then it's awesome, but then I won't like get overwhelmed with life. I really want to budget. My husband and I, we are debt free, and I think I'm going to do a video on that, because I think what we've done, we've kind of cracked the code for our family on how to be debt free. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of like sacrifice, being thrifty and stuff like that, because it's not that, we make a ton of money. It's that I think we're really smart with our money. And so anyway, I think I'm gonna do a video on that, how we're debt free and how we got there type of thing. So stay tuned. And so that's my goal, is to at least save 10%. I would love to, if we could find the money to go on a family vacation at some point. We do every summer go to Minnesota, which is so fun. And we just take our minivan and we bring the kid, so I think it's just a 2-day trip. So we spend one night, at Notre Dame, because that's where my husband went to college, the University of Notre Dame. And so then we'll spend the night there, and we'll like walk around campus, we'll go to the bookstore, we'll do all that stuff, which is super fun because I love Notre Dame. And then we'll go to Minnesota for a couple weeks. And so that's great because it's not a lot of money, it's a lot of fun, the kids get to see everybody. But I really want to take another trip, maybe this year, maybe next year. We'll see how finances go, with just the family. We went to Charleston, South Carolina one year, and that was so fun. We went to Nashville another year. So something like that I feel like would be so fun to do with my family, just our little family. So we'll see how it goes. And so those are my goals for this year. I am kind of making it light this year because last year I had some really hefty goals, and I accomplished a lot of those. Like Bella, we potty trained as soon as COVID, like everything shut down. I'm like, okay, we're potty training Bella, and she was awesome. She learned within a day. Like none of my boys did that happen. Like with Bella, she just like clicked with her, and I think she was the right age and stuff. But yeah, so many of my goals. We wanted to go to Rome last year, and it's so crazy because we were waiting for our passports, because our passports, the dates had been, it'd been too long or whatever. So we had to renew our passports, and so we were just waiting for them to get in the mail to us. And so literally the day before we got our passports, the whole country pretty much shut down. So that like saved us a lot of money, thankfully. And now the kids are going to school, so that really helped with, with school for the boys, going to a Catholic school and stuff. But we've tried so many times to go to Rome, but I don't know, maybe that's just not in the cards for us, and I'm okay with that. But just a family trip I think would be a lot of fun. So anyway, so that is kind of like my year, what I'm hoping to do. I'm trying not to do too much because now I'm a mom of 5, and it is crazy. It is so crazy and so awesome and so fun and so exhausting and so hard, literally all at the same time. I just if you are thinking of having more and you think you can handle it, I highly recommend it. I love having 5 children. It is the best thing I've ever done in my life. It really is, besides marrying my amazing husband. But like, it's so hard and so amazing all at the same time. I love how God does that. He's so mysterious, but like, they really are kind of my path to sanctity, you know, like my husband, my family, and I love it. So anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at for 2021. And I don't know, I'm excited for this year. I hope that things get better for everybody this year, and that things hopefully get back to normal with COVID and all of that. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, let me know what your goals are for this year, and thank you for watching. I hope that y'all have an awesome year, and I will see you next video. God bless. Bye.